So, yeah, I probably saw from all the slow-mos, but I bought this car for 400 bucks off of a buddy of mine. And as y'all obviously saw, we're missing an axle. And the reason for that is because I'm hoping the axle is what the issue was, because when this car drove, whenever me and him drove it, it would stop driving after a while and you would hear a really loud rattling noise. So I'm hoping that that's what the issue was with this car, is the CV axle. But I got it for 400 bucks. I'm not gonna be complaining. Obviously it's gonna have issues, but you can also see is that this thing is nasty, like messed up bad. So I actually detail part-time, trying to go full-time, and I'm gonna be taking the seats out of this car and then detailing the interior because this thing is thrashed. It's a nice car overall though, especially with the features that it comes with from the factory. So some of the things I like is the heated and cooled seats and the sunroof and that back. I don't even know what that is, but I guess like an electric tint machine thing. I really don't know. Comment down below if you know what that is. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing today, is just detailing the interior. And I'm excited because this car came on some wheels that I did not personally like. I know he might have, but came on some wheels and I sold them for what I paid for the car. And then I actually ended up getting some wheels for free. So I'll put that in the cost breakdown or whatever of how much I have into this car. And we'll see if I'm even gonna keep this car, because if it needs a transmission, I'll see how much it is to get a transmission, but this car does have like 211,000 miles. It is a Toyota, so they last forever, but me personally, I don't want to put in $2,000 or $3,000 on a car with 211,000 miles. And I could just sell it and maybe make my money back again. So unfortunately, I probably won't be able to show the process, but I'll keep y'all updated on how it's looking. But if y'all saw my crew cab Silverado, whenever I did the interior detail and I took everything out, the same exact thing here. So yeah, eventually if I get more stuff going with this channel, then I will try and buy a GoPro or something so y'all can watch me work. But I absolutely hate working in silence. So I like to have my music playing, bumping while I'm just detailing the whole interior. So I'm just gonna have to keep y'all updated when I get the seats out and whenever I'm like with the carpet, just extracting it. So check back in with y'all in a little bit. Just a quick update. I'm gonna leave those in because I don't feel like trying to figure out how to take those out. But I went ahead and got the bottom one taken off and just pop it up, and then it should pull straight out. I put that to the side already. Same thing with the seats. So I took it all apart, got the airbag taken off after I took the battery off the terminal and let it sit for like 5 minutes. But I tried to position the seat where once the battery is taken off, I could still get these two front ones with the wrench and the back ones with the socket, and the same thing with the other side. But yeah, this is how messed up it is. All of that is just a pile of salt. So I'm gonna go ahead and start vacuuming, do the first vacuum. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to vacuum this like 2 or 3 more times. And then from there, just seeing what I can work with. I might even try and see if I could take this center console apart. So, but let me vacuum first, because every time I go in here, I'm getting crap stuck to me and it's gross. So let me get to the vacuuming and then see if I can pull that center console apart. Just a quick update right here. So still have to do the driver's side area, but that side's already done, wiped down and everything. Back doors, back seats. Came out way better. I'm gonna try and put in some befores, how these seats used to look, but they were destroyed. And right here, it sucks. You can see on camera that I'm pretty sure it had coffee stains, and that was the coffee that stained it. And so these pieces aren't coming out, these stains. So that sucks, but it's whatever. Might get a new one of these days if it's worth it. I'm just finishing up this back area. I got to do this door panel, and the rear is done along with the headliner too, and the back behind the seats area. I don't know what that's called over there. Then just gonna move on to the front, wipe down the windows, check back in with you on a bit. So that's gonna end it for this episode. I'm beat. 2 days back to back, 5 hours each day, something along those lines. But this car was destroyed. I don't know how, but they had coffee stains in the back and in the front. So everybody just loved coffee that on this car, but got it out in where it needs to be at now. I even got I'm not taking all this stuff off, but this is hopefully the part that fixes the car, but we're gonna see. Worst comes to worst, I need to get a transmission for it. At that point, I gotta see if it's even worth keeping the car, but we'll get into that later. So this is episode 1. Underneath, I did clean even where the spare tire was because there was like leaves and stuff everywhere, so it's completely clean, spotless in there. So up here, I just got everything wiped down. I conditioned the seats also using PNS leather conditioner. Yeah, you can see that piece of the fabric that covers the speakers is falling off. Just a bunch of like random stuff like this here. You see how it's perfect, and then this one's seized in. Don't know how that happened. I'm missing a thing for the, I guess, the car seat anchor. Missing that cover. All of this was covered in that stuff. You can see like that. You can see it perfectly on the camera, but in person you can barely see it. Yeah, all that stuff's covered in coffee stains. There's even still coffee stains in between that, but I don't want to mess with that anymore. I already cleaned it, but it's still like seeping small bits of it, and I don't feel like messing with that right now. That's the floor mats. That's how they came out. So, I mean, there's stains on top of stains in this car. I'm surprised it even got to this point where you could barely see the original color that it was. But yeah, everything, any part of this car was covered in a stain. I don't know how else to explain it, including the headliner. So now it's pretty good. There's some slight stains here and there, but I can't get them fully out. And the headliner's still good, so we're not messing with that. You can see the door panel's good, and the driver's door panel. This seat conditioned also, and actually like the paint's coming off of it. Oh yeah, you can see it way better. The paint is coming off of these seats, or the dye, I guess, so that sucks too. Wipe down the dash and all the trim pieces like this using Meguiar's Ultimate Interior Finish. I think that's what it's called. And that was really it. I took the center console out and everything and actually power washed it. So that came out good. Even got in between there. It came out nice. Cleaned the rails. I cleaned everything. Oh man, now it's dusty already. Because I'm gonna change the filter, do the gasket, do the axle. Hopefully once all that's together, this thing drives. So hopefully that's done and the transmission's done. Your boy's gonna spend the budget on some paint for the paint calipers, lower it. I'm just gonna go all out with it. Well, not all out, but make it like a nice little daily. Couple things to note that I need. This all depends if the transmission's good after the filter change and the fluid. Talk to an upholstery guy. I need to get that piece in the junkyard or buy it on eBay. Oh, I also need to get a passenger floor mat because it does not have one. And I'm also thinking on, for these, maybe just taking them off and putting a new fabric on it from like Joann's or something. So we'll see how that goes, but this all depends on the transmission being good. So hopefully y'all enjoyed that piece of the video. This is episode 1, hopefully, of a longer series. If everything goes good, which usually doesn't for me. So comment down below what y'all think I should do with this car. It is gonna be a daily. I ain't gonna do no kinds of anything, if you even can do anything to this car. Maybe little things like LED upgrades. Maybe not. Maybe just polish the headlights, polish the paint, calipers, wheels, lower it, and just keep it how it is. I'm gonna have to do some maintenance though if the transmission is good soon. I'm gonna start closing the doors because all this dust and pollen is getting into the car and ruining my 10 hours of work. So I'll catch y'all later. Peace.